Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first-time viewers. Shout out to my last-time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video, whether religiously or in passing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification. Hold on. I think that's the ops. I had to pretend. That was the ops. My bad, y'all. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I go on live, man. Last night, we had a very good, successful, unsportsmanlike talk show, and also we had a very good, Patreon pod as well. You know what I mean? Both of them was good. You know what I mean? So right now I'm giving y'all the Hype Fan Eagle right now. I'm not gonna lie, yo. It is cold out here, bro. If you live in the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, Connecticut, the tri-state area, all that, you will experience some cold. You know what I mean? It feels like 15 degrees. It's 21 degrees out here. It feels like 15 degrees. You know what I mean? It is cold. It snowed a little bit yesterday. Everybody thought it was going to be a blizzard. Everybody thought we was going to get 3 to 6 inches of snow. We didn't. End up getting a little bit, but that turned quickly into ice. And it is cold out here, you know what I mean? So hopefully y'all stay bundled up. If y'all in the area where it's cold at, I gotta be bundled up because I gotta be outside all day walking and everything like that, you know what I mean? So, just make sure that y'all stay bundled up and everything, you feel what I'm saying? Like I was saying, yesterday we had a very, very good, successful show. Last night, you know what I mean? Actually 2 good, successful shows last night with Unsportsmanlike Talk Show with Rail and Trail and the Patreon podcast. Make sure that y'all tune in to the Patreon at Dolo Solo 103 TV. That is DOLO money sign OLO 103 TV. Go to the Patreon, tune in, become a member to the Patreon, man. Let's talk a little bit about the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Packers, right? So that is who we play wild card weekend, Sunday at 4:30. You know what I mean? It's pretty much a rematch. We going in fully healthy. Not fully healthy because we are without Brandon Graham. And, Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol. But I think we good, though. I don't think he will be able to clear. What's going on, David? Your average gamer. What's going on, baby? I don't think that he will be able to clear until Wednesday. You know what I mean? I think he's good, though. But for the most part, we will be going into wild card weekend healthy. You know what I mean? Not much, man. Chilling, talking about Philly. You know what I mean? Talking about Philly. In Green Bay land, they are going to be without their number 1 wide receiver and Christian Watson. He had got injured during the last game, tore his ACL. The Philadelphia Eagles, I just said that. He tore his ACL, and that right there makes you appreciate the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Sirianni, Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman decision on not playing Saquon Barkley a little more, because they were going out trying to get the 6th seed, and everybody was saying, including me, yo, you could get injured at any given time. Why not let him break the record? That may be true. Matter of fact, for the most part, that is true. But just imagine, you going into the playoffs without your number 1 wide receiver, bro. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of number 2s who not ready for that number 1 spot. They are good, but they are not Christian Watson, which is your number 1 wide receiver, right? That's just like us going into the playoffs with Kenny Gainwell and Will Shipley, but without our number 1 running back who got us here, who got us to this position. You know what I'm saying? Are you a Steelers fan? Or y'all about to get smoked? Packers gonna win. Packers is not gonna win. Chill out. I just said, listen, y'all got pieces over there, and you cannot sleep on Jordan Love. At the same time, y'all don't have Christian Watson. We going in there fully healthy. Defense fully healthy. Offense fully healthy. We will get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? Just a little recap on what happened week 1 when the Philadelphia Eagles and the Packers met in Brazil. There was some things going on. You know what I mean? It was our first time trying out our new offensive scheme with our new offensive coordinator, and it was our first time trying out our new defensive scheme with our new defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? So that game we pretty much looked sloppy. I'm not gonna lie. And y'all gotta remember, things didn't click until week 5, until after the bye week with the Philadelphia Eagles. So going into that game, we were trying to figure a lot of things out. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts ended up having 2 interceptions in that game. Ended up throwing for two touchdown passes. A.J. Brown had 5 receptions for 119 yards. Devontae Smith had like 7 or 8 receptions for 84 yards. Saquon Barkley had maybe like 119 yards on the ground, something like that, rushing. You know what I mean? With a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. So we were trying to figure things out. You know what I mean? We had Devontae Maddox starting out there on defense. We still had Dobbs and Reed. But like I said, y'all have a bunch of very good number 2s. But I don't think none of them are ready to take that number 1 spot. That was Christian Watson. It's the difference between the number 1 and the number 2. You got 2 very, very good, talented number 2s. None of them are number 1s, though. You feel what I'm saying? None of them are number 1s, though. Packers are definitely, Peter said Packers are definitely dead meat, bro. Dead meat. Packers 17, Eagles 52. I don't think it's going to be that. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be that. But I do think that we're going to win by 2 scores. Our defense is just too ferocious. It wasn't like that the first time we met. It was not like that the first time we met. The first time we met, we were trying to figure things out. Offensively, defensively. We was trying to see if Kellen Moore's scheme was good. We was trying to see what can Vic Fangio bring to this defense. We was trying to figure that out. What can Vic Fangio bring to the defense, especially with him running only 4 down linemen? And we were like, yo, why he's only running 4 down linemen? Like, what's the game plan? Because nobody is getting to the quarterback right now. You know what I mean? Bryce Huff wasn't getting to the quarterback. Nobody. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. You know what I mean? Josh Jacobs pretty much had success on the ground during that game. You know what I mean? Listen, Josh Jacobs is going to do what he do. But we are far, far from week 1 when we were trying to figure things out. Far from week 1. You know what I mean? We damn near got the number 1 defense in the league. We got the number 1 running back in the league. You know what I mean? That wasn't the case during week 1. Week 1, we were trying to figure things out. You know what I mean? We were trying to figure things out. Like I said, Hurts was trying to learn Kellen Moore's offense, throwing 2 interceptions. Devontae Maddox was out there getting cooked. You know what I mean? We didn't have Cooper DeJean out there. It was Devontae Maddox. We did not have Cooper DeJean out there. Jordan Love is not 100% healthy. That's another thing. They went into last game trying to get the number 6 seed because they didn't want to get the number seed. They didn't want to play us. Neither Washington or Green Bay didn't want to get that number 7 seed. So and one of the announcers actually said that during the Packers game. They did not want to get that 7 seed. Jordan Love ended up getting hurt. You know what I mean? He ended up getting hurt, so he was out for, I believe, the 3rd and the 4th quarter, probably a little bit of the second too, if I'm not mistaken. But I know he was out for sure. When they were losing, they had to get him prepared to come back in because they didn't want to get that number 7 seed. They was really trying to win a game to get that number 6 seed. You know what I mean? And pardon me if I'm not talking straight. I got these rubber bands on my braces, hopefully I get these taken off pretty soon, man. I got these rubber bands, on my braces right now. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, bro, you know what I mean? Jordan Love is not 100% healthy. Christian Watson is out. You know what I mean? I know Romeo Dobbs, he's been dealing with a lot during the course of the season. You know what I mean? And like I told y'all before, us resting our starters versus the Giants, that was our bye week. Although we don't have the number 1 seed, we had to treat that like a bye week for our starters. You know what I mean? And now we got to take this game You know what I mean? We got to play 3 straight games. You know what I mean? Actually 4. Pardon me. Actually 4. We got to play wild card, divisional, conference championship, and the Super Bowl. So that's 4 straight games. But we're going to be good, though. We're going to be good. You know what I mean? My Philadelphia Eagles fans out there, please expect Jalen Hurts to be a little bit rusty. You know what I mean? Please expect him to be a little bit rusty out there. You know what I mean? He's coming back. He haven't played since what? He haven't played since the Commanders game. You know, from the Commanders game, we played Dallas, we played Giants, and we played so he hasn't played in 3 weeks, bro. Eagles are going to win the whole thing. I believe so. You know what I mean? Detroit got the #1 seed. They get a chance to get healthy, but we don't believe in Minnesota. We do not believe in Minnesota. The Rams, they look scary, bro. They hit their stride at the right time. You know what I mean? The Buccaneers, they're a little bit beat up, but I like the way they play, man. They are a very, very tough, gritty team. I'm not gonna lie. They are a very tough, gritty team. The LA Rams, they hit their stride at the right time. Minnesota, I'm not gonna lie. I do not believe in Minnesota. Henry, what's up? What's going on? Shout out to my boy Peter. Oliver Cubs, what's good? You know what I mean? E Money, what's good? Shout out to all 38 people viewing this chat. Yeah, bro. I've been saying I don't believe in the Sam Darnold, bro. He remind me of the year where when Case Keenum and them, they went all the way to the NFC Championship and they got smoked. They got belt to ass. And I believe that was our Super Bowl year when we put belt to ass versus the Minnesota Vikings, bro. Know what I mean? We smoked them. So do I believe in the Minnesota Vikings? No. Do I believe that the LA Rams could get somewhere? Yeah. But I don't believe that they're strong enough to beat us. Do I believe that, the Washington Commanders could get somewhere to the divisional round? Yeah. But do I believe that they're strong enough to beat us? No. You know what I mean? They actually go against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I said yesterday, I don't know who I got coming out, with the victory in that game. Tampa Bay and Washington Commanders, they both are formidable teams, bro. They both are tough opponents. They both have very good quarterbacks at the helm. You know what I mean? I might give the slight edge to Tampa Bay because they could run that ball for real. Tampa Bay could run that ball. I never believed in Minnesota. We own them. Exactly, Peter. Peter, Tampa Bay could run that ball for real, bro. That's one thing that Washington is missing. And also, I believe a little bit more in Mike Evans than I do Terry McLaurin. I believe in Mike Evans a little more. Mike Evans come through way more than Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is a phenomenal wide receiver. But who do I have a little bit more trust in is a Mike Evans, bro. Who do I have their rookie running back way over Brian Robinson, bro? Gonna lie. I got a little bit more trust in Baker Mayfield than Jay and Daniels, though. You know what I mean? Washington defense isn't all of that. The Commanders defense is not like that. So I'm not gonna lie, it's still a tough matchup. I still can't call the winner, but I do think that it's going to be a tough game, bro. I think it's going to be a tough game. Who do LA play? Who do the Rams play? Y'all let me know who do the Rams play. Do they play Minnesota? TJ, what's good? Who do the Rams play? Minnesota? Because we play Philly Eagles with Tanner McKee versus Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Going to be an interesting game. Hey Malik, honestly, you know what I mean? They reported Jalen Hurts in concussion protocol, but in order, we gotta wait. We gotta wait because I believe he's going to be in there until he's able to clear on Wednesday. I believe they're waiting for Wednesday to clear him out of concussion protocol. You know what I mean? And it's the Vikings versus the Rams. I'm not gonna lie, I got the Rams winning that. I can't give a score prediction, but I just told y'all my reason. I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I don't believe in Sam Darnold, bro. This is the guy that never made it to the playoffs. Don't have no playoff experience. And, you know, he don't know what the bright light says. Matter of fact, when it came down to crunch time to get that #1 seed, y'all saw how he played. He was missing Justin Jefferson. Couldn't really get it in the end zone like that. Y'all saw how he played when he was under pressure to get the #1 seed. So do y'all believe that he can go in there and win under the bright lights when the pressure is immense? I don't believe. My bad. Hey, y'all, stay in the chat. My connection acting funny, you feel what I'm saying? So I might have to keep reconnecting myself. He was supposed to come in against the Giants. Who was supposed to come in against the Giants? Jalen Hurts? Vikings have a pretty good defense. Brian Flores is going to keep them in the game for the most part. Yo, I like Brian Flores too, bro. I like Brian Flores too. That's a fact. That's a fact. But yo, it was a smart thing to rest Jalen Hurts, TJ. It was a smart thing because, you know, it was a smart thing to rest everybody, especially with, you know, when you look at the Packers situation with Jordan Love being injured in that game, Christian Watson torn ACL. It's like you don't want to put, you know, your people in position like that. When you look at the Buccaneers game, they were already without one of their starting safeties. And I believe their other starting safety had got injured too. You know what I mean? So it's like, listen, we all want Saquon Barkley to break that record, but that was a very, very smart decision, you know, in hindsight. In hindsight, that was a very smart decision to sit all of our starters. You know what I mean? Very, very smart decision. Let's get into a little bit of the game plan, honestly. Offensive side. Yo, win by any means necessary, bro. I don't care if we run the ball 1,000 times. I don't care if we throw the ball 1,000 times. Whatever we got to do to get the win. We just need to come up with schemes, though. Very smart schemes, you know what I mean? Don't put Jalen Hurts in harm's way. If Jalen Hurts got to run the ball, then that's what it is. But don't do no design runs. If Jalen Hurts got to run the ball out of the pocket to get a couple yards, I'm cool with that. But no design runs, though. That's why we got Saquon Barkley and Smitty. Run the RPO, though, you know what I mean? But let's scheme up something, you know what I mean? I don't care if we run the ball 1,000 times with Saquon. I don't care if we throw the ball 1,000 times. I don't care who get the ball. Let's come out with the dub at the end of the day. You know what I mean? No more, no more AJ Brown passing. Passing need to get better. We don't want to hear none of that in the playoffs. Win by any means. By any means. By any means. But records before rings. All it takes is one injury versus the Giants and out for the season, and everybody would be mad. For real, for real. That's a fact. That's a fact. But yo, win by any means, bro. I don't care who get the ball. I don't care if we went by a field goal, bro. Jake Elliott need to tighten up. If we're going to go far in the playoffs, if we're going to proceed, Jake Elliott need to tighten up. He needs to tighten up. He is going to be a main factor in the playoffs. It's going to come down at a point in time to a Jake Elliott kick. We need him to make the field goals early on. We need those 3 points early on. Don't be missing 3 points in the first quarter, second quarter, and then it come down to the wire, and you know we either lose because of two missed Jake Elliott field goals early on. We don't need that. Jake Elliott need to tighten up. I know Shipley is tough. I wish we would use Shipley in the playoffs. You like Shipley more than Kenneth Gainwell? Kenneth Gainwell been showing up for the second half of the season, bro. I like Will Shipley too, but what I see out of Kenneth Gainwell, the stride that Kenneth Gainwell has took in the second half of the season is tremendous. is tremendous. Kenneth Gainwell is tremendous, bro. I like the role that he's playing right now. I like that he's coming along, especially with the second half of the season, bro. Last year, our kicker was bad for Pack. Yo, Jake Elliott got to tighten up, Chase. Jake Elliott got to tighten up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Yo, if you look at the Washington game, we could have won that. Jake Elliott missed a field goal early on. We could have won that by 3 points. Jake Elliott missed the field goal, bro. Come on, man. Gainwell was getting swallowed by the Giants defense. But you got to understand, though, Kenneth Gainwell is a complimentary, if I'm saying it correctly, running back. With no Saquon Barkley. Listen, Kenneth Gainwell cannot be your primary running back. He feeds, everything opens for Kenneth Gainwell when Saquon Barkley is in that backfield. Everything open for Kenneth Gainwell when you got Jalen Hurts with the read option, bro. Kenneth Gainwell works good. He plays better when Saquon Barkley is the number one. As far as Kenneth Gainwell being your number one option, it don't work like that. And then you got to think about it like this. He was out there with backups. He's definitely going to get swallowed by the defense when you out there with backups. He's definitely going to get swallowed by the defense when you out there with backups. Sandy said Lions will win it. No, Lions will not win it all. Know what I mean? Green Bay Packers, Josh Jacobs is the guy. We have to stop him to make sure we wrap up everything on the ball. No arm tackling. No arm tackling. That's the number one thing that we cleaned up this year. Is actually tackling. Last year, we was horrible. We was abysmal last year with tackling, bro. This year, the number one thing that impressed me, the number one thing that we cleaned up is tackling. N'Kobe Dean cleaned that up early on, too. Y'all remember he was arm tackling early on this season? He cleaned that up. That's the number one thing that I'm proud of with this defense is tackling. Tackling. You know what I'm saying? Last year, we could have beaten the 49ers in the playoffs if our kicker made his field goals. Who did we played Tampa in the playoffs last year. We ain't get to the 49ers. We played Tampa in the playoffs. Oh, Sandy said, we'll see. True. Lions coaching staff is far better than Philly's, especially head coach. No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I like Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell and Nick Sirianni is pretty much similar when it comes to, when it comes to coaching. Both of them like to take risk, especially on fourth down. Both of them like to take risk. You know what I mean? They are very similar when it comes to actually coaching. You know what I mean? Defense. I think defense listen, from top to bottom, Detroit and Philly are very similar. The only difference with Detroit and Philly is that we actually have a defense. We actually have a defense. And for Detroit, it takes 2 running backs to get the job done. It takes 1 running back for us to get the job done. It takes 2 running backs. I like Jahmyr Gibbs, though. Jahmyr Gibbs been wilding. But for the most part, it takes 2 running backs to get the job done. For us, it takes 1 running back. But overall, though, top to bottom, Detroit and Philly are very, very similar. Dan is better at keeping team focused. Yeah, I guess you could say that, though. I like Kenny G, but imagine Will Shipley running this crazy in the playoff. With Saquon Barkley, Kenny G, our running game would be super lethal. That is true. But we don't have enough time to put Will Shipley in because if you think about it, bro, that ball pretty much got to get spreaded out. And you got Dallas Goedert coming back, too. You know what I mean? You got Dallas Goedert coming back. You got Saquon. You got Smitty. You got A.J. Brown. You got wide receiver number 3. If he gets the ball, we got to try to feed wide receiver number 3 and Jahan Dotson or whoever that's going to be. You know what I mean? We got Grant Calcaterra. There won't be no room for a Will Shipley to even touch the rock, especially if our wide receiver number 3 can't even touch the rock like that. You feel what I'm saying? Gibbs rushed for 4 touchdowns. Gibbs is a problem, Chase. Gibbs is a problem, bro. Gibbs is definitely a problem. Detroit Lions offensive coordinator is better than Kellen Moore. I believe so. I believe so. If anything, he's a notch better than Kellen Moore. I don't think that overall he's like, wildly crazy or better than Kellen Moore. I do believe that he's a notch better than Kellen Moore, though. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, I think that Detroit and Philly are a very much similar team, man. Yo, please make sure that y'all like and subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell. Also, check out the Unsportsmanlike Talk Show from yesterday, man. Go on my page and check out the Unsportsmanlike Talk Show with Rel and Trey. We pretty much covered the last. We covered Joy Teller. I don't know if y'all heard the news about Joy Teller and the Skip Bayless and everything like that with the $1.5 million lawsuit. We covered that. We covered Tyreek Hill. You know, him wanting out in Miami. We recapped the season finale of Week 17. You feel what I'm saying? What's going on, Z-Flow? We covered all that last night. Yo, we had a very healthy Unsportsmanlike Talk Show, man. Unsportsmanlike Talk Show. We had a very healthy Unsportsmanlike Talk Show. And we had a very healthy podcast on Patreon, man. Become a member. Like I said, I got a free tier on Patreon. Y'all can become a member on Patreon at Dolo Solo 103 TV. That is DOLO $OLO 103 TV on Patreon.com. Become a member. I got a free tier. I got a $2 tier, a $12 tier, and I got another $2 gaming tier. Yeah, but y'all can become a member, man, because a lot of uncensored, you know, like on YouTube, you can't curse and all of that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? You can't curse. You got to be really censored. On there, we give it up. We talk about hoes. We talk about, you know, relationships. We talk about conspiracy stuff. You know what I mean? We really get in our bag on our Patreon, man. So make sure that y'all become a member on the Patreon, man. I will put all the links in the description and everything like that. You feel what I'm saying? But it's best the 26s are beasts. Yo, in history, a lot of the number 26s are beasts. Clinton Portis, right? He was number 26, right? When Clinton Portis played, I believe he was number 26. Le'Veon Bell was number 26, right? Le'Veon Bell, I believe he was number 26, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Barkley, Gibbs and Barkley, both number 26. For real, bro. I think David Montgomery is coming back too, you know what I mean? But listen, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm about to be approaching work. Make sure y'all stay safe out there, man. Make sure y'all stay safe. Make sure y'all stay prayed up. You know what I mean? Blessed to y'all loved ones, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all return home safely if y'all at work. Or whenever y'all go to work, make sure that y'all return home safely, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Shout out to TJ. Shout out to Z-Flow, Chase, Sandy. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Peter. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to all 43 people in this chat. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Malik. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, yo. Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave your comments down below, share this, everything. This your boy Hyphen Eagle, representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey.